Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And it's caught from inside the 20. He's tackled at the 34 after a decent kick return there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the running back takes the handoff. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? On the ground, it's Woods. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Can he get there on the ground? Tackle, but first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Here's the second down play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Juked one tackler and picks up first down yardage.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it to the right side. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on second down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. It's a big pickup after the catch, but importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on third down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
First and goal, handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal, upcoming. Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Ball spotted at the 5 for this third and goal play. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Michigan, setting the tone early on offense. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Ball handed off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Arizona 0.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Arizona.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Important second down play coming up. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards of the completion, but now it's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And here comes the punter onto the field.
On to kick it away.
Not the way he wanted to kick it. The returner is brought down. He gets started on the next drive.
And your Michigan Wolverines will take over 1st and 10.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the out route. Breaking free at midfield. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll use the ground game here.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Are in the red zone. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Up on third down, solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. And they pick up the first on the ground. And the Wolverines looking to keep this drive rolling.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down here for this offense. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And the single back takes the handoff. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. He's escaping the pocket now. On the run, going to heave it downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. The ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
It's caught. Nice pitch and catch.
It's a good job here to be able to catch that ball, but let's give credit to the defense for making that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The clock is still running. I'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Wolverines' offense is back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
To 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Then he'll run out of bounds, taking a few yards on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
One more play before they head to the locker room. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, great call, Chris. You're still in your own territory, but going for it in this situation isn't as risky as, say, being on your own 20, obviously. So I'm fine with the call, and clearly it works out for him this time.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looking to scramble now. Finds room at the 30. bulldozing his way through those tackles. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that previous play. Tailback takes the handoff again. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He's going to hand this off. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
A gain makes it second and medium. There's the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver, and then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. It's intercepted, threw it across his body. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Handoff to the single back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's a bullet pass to the left side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's a quick grab.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think Baden Hutchinson, who of course played here recently, going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Now it's second down here. They'll hand it off. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 21, Arizona 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Pass caught. Second down now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Crucial third down play right here. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. A new set of downs after that completion.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock to get...
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Past the 50. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the tailbacks got it again. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the gain just good enough for a first down. No huddle now for the offense.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The offense going with the hurry up. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's in Arizona.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And that's in Arizona.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back. That's not good.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. He makes the grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
The pass is caught.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build from the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
And the offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Comes up with the catch.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know if as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2.
Get set.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
On the
4th down and 2 coming up as you try to keep the drive going. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Arizona. Got it.
4th down and 2 coming up as you try to keep the drive going. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT is good. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.